Alright, I got a map for Fortaleza de la Winds. So let's see what I missed. Unfortunately, these are screenshots from what appears to be a strategy guide or maybe even the manual. It's very low resolution. But, you know, hopefully there's something here. It is a surprisingly hard to read map, actually. The realistic spiders. I never went beyond the first dungeon in Twilight Princess. I jumped, squealed, and noped out. Yeah, luckily I don't have any major hang-ups like that. There's no specific creature that'll make me like not want to play something that's like not intended to be scary. It's just any horror concepts immediately get just pierce what little defenses I have. The world will be a better place without spiders? I'm pretty sure spiders are useful. I'm pretty sure they help out with a lot of stuff. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to cope. Like they eat like bugs and stuff or something. I don't know. I'm not a spidologist. And hey, without spiders there'd be no Spider-Man. Then who would save New York? Would you do it? Are you gonna step up now that you've gotten rid of spiders? Without spiders, there wouldn't be cute spider personas? That's a thing? And yeah, basically cleared things out here, I'm pretty sure. I wonder if I need to go over to the right slightly and get up from there. I think that's just... Yeah, no, that's the skull area. It was there just a second ago. This is wild. How can there be two chests? And I have no idea where to even look. Any form of insect or bug. I mean, I'm not great with bugs in general myself, but I also, part of that for me is I don't want to hurt them. Like, I really don't like the idea of just squishing a bug because it's in the way. I feel so bad when there's like a bug that's in my shower or something and just gets washed away. Like, I wish they would just take better care of themselves. Okay. What's going on in the map? Gotta double check again, I guess. There might have been some stuff I missed in that loop around. I'll give that another look. Seen a lot of spider personas and they are in fact cute. Okay. I feel like people's ability to make things cute is Never to be questioned. People can make it work no matter what they're doing. Oh, no, it's the wrong place, I think. Not too far. Wish I had the Rock's cape right about now. When watching Arachnophobia, the spider-based horror B-movie as a child. Yeah, the scariest stuff I saw as a kid was just action movies with scary stuff in them, like The Matrix. Nope. That do be a big spider. I cannot deny that. Okay, wait. I forget how to get back up to that place with the loop around. That's like the only place I haven't super thoroughly explored, I suppose. Man, here I was thinking I had an easy dungeon clear ahead of me. There's no way I'm missing an item or anything. Oh, the blue portal can take care of it. Oh, wait, no, it's right up here. Okay. I'm shocked this isn't a puzzle. Like, this is... That's not a that's not an obstacle even. That's nothing. Anything here? I don't think so. Wait, what about this room? Have I been to this room? Wait, it looks blank, flat out. Okay, no wait, this is just... Where is that room on the map? Is that... Oh, I'm... Okay, this must be the place. But how do I get there? Because that looks like a place I've been. But something's not quite adding up. At least we got this great dungeon theme going to keep us company. Yeah, so here... yeah, no, okay, so... Go in here, there's nothing in here. Now where am I? This is a weird map. Because, yeah, no, this is the place. Like, yeah, been here, done this. So what is up with that map? And I also can't actually, yeah, I can't check with the actual list of items you're supposed to get in this dungeon because they're not going to be remotely close. I could go out and just do something else, I guess, but it's really bothering me. Like, wait, I have the boss key. Oh my god. All I'm missing is... Wow. Ooh. How did I not even... So the compass must be a boss reward. Damn it. That's... How long have I been wandering around going, oh man, I have no idea where this is. What's going on? Whew. No wonder I couldn't find anything. Oh. Okay, let's get some fairies this time. All right, it all worked out. Yeah, I think it's fitting. It was actually a thematic choice on my part to make sure that this stream was as much of a disaster as possible. It's what we call in the business thematic kino or cohesion. All right, are you guys ready for a Nintendo staple, the floating head with two hands boss? This boss goes out to all you floating heads with two hands out there. Active kinography, thank you. I'm glad some of you appreciate the vision. Some people just don't get it. Kirby needs a boss like this again. I mean, the thing is, though, if Kirby did it, it would be like two dismembered hands. And like, yeah, and like like a face, but it's just eye sockets, and it shoots blood at you. And of course, the hands are also bleeding. The blood is very important to all this. I found out some spicy Kirby in the Forgotten Land lore I'm planning to drop on people once I actually finish that game. Magalore is right there. I don't really know much about Magalore. Oh no, the other hand came back. The second phase reveal a giant mecha that's inspired by Gurren Lagann or Getter Robo. Maybe. There's definitely a lot of ways they could take it, if they so intended to. There we go. I appreciate that the explosion takes out a big clump of dirt. Super satisfying that it does that. Second form is a head and two dismembered hands. Or disembodied hands. I guess that... For Kirby, that's not actually that wild, is it? Because most Kirby characters are just a head with arms. Oh, they got the Sheikah technology. It's got Calamity Ganon and Sheikah Blue. Oh, oh. Let me out. Let me out. Still a neat clever way to do the fight. I really appreciate how Minish Cap bosses make good use of a bunch of different items and stuff. Super strong gimmick work. Nope, there you are. Magolor does the Frank Sawyer hand rubbing animation. That's all you need to know. That's wild. All right, can't wait to get the can't wait to get the compass. There it is. Now I'll know where all the treasures are. Okay, we're good. Okay, rupees or what? Element? Hold on. Wait. Was there an element here? Huh. And you know, Eslo's saying, oh man, there's no wind element here. That sucks. What really sucks is that I didn't get the Rock's Cape or anything. Can I get to Vale Falls at least? I need to check. It's next on my list of things to do, because I don't know what else I can do with the bow and arrow. I think I've more or less cleaned up with that. Magolor is Black Doom with Kirby aesthetics? Huh. So what you're saying is that I Am All of Me plays when you fight him? Alright, now for the true challenge, finding a way back out of Castor Wilds. There we go. I did it! I'm an expert. Space Warlock, you love him? You and your magic users. No Ocarina wins because the economy sucks? Yeah. That's the thing. No wallet upgrade, and no Rock's Cape, so I'm still need to find where those are hidden. They're lying around here somewhere. Because, yeah, no. 600. And I've only got 500 cap. So yeah, Vale Falls next, I suppose. What do I have in terms of kinstones? I don't know them by shape, but I think I've used a lot of them. I know that those 3 are for Cloud Tops, I'm pretty sure. So that other one might be for Vale Falls, but it might not. Whew, okay. Okay, we're still in there, folks. We're gonna climb the mountain, we're gonna talk to a big Goron named Bigoron. Minish Town is the best town theme in Zelda, next to Hateno Village from Breath of the Wild. Yeah, Minish Woods and Minish Village are both real strong. Real strong. I mean, this game's OST in general is fantastic. And devastatingly underused because Koji Kondo didn't make it. Or Rio, whatever their name is, the person who does the music nowadays. Oh, wait a second. Hey! Split gauge speed up. Yeah, nice. Shout out to Persona 5 World adding passive abilities like the one that changes charges concentrate, go from 2.5 damage to just triple damage. Don't Persona games always have passive abilities? I can't really think of, like, I'm pretty sure even 3 did. Like, don't you just get the passives as part of your skill set? Or do you mean these are just things that are active even if you don't have them on a persona? Because that's kind of wild, actually. Wait, how do they expect me to do that? Man, they're just gonna vanish, aren't they? There we go. Oh, this is just a way out, isn't it? Nope, that. Well, it didn't get me anything anyways, so. Great. Rupees have been mocking me this entire game. Persona traits, huh? It incentivizes actual variety and not just the one with the best stats and resistances. Well, that's good. I do have Persona 5 Royal. I'm planning on playing it this year. I just don't know when. These poor rock guys. I've had the rock breaker for like this entire game. So they just never had a chance. Minish Cap's composer mainly handled Street Fighter 2 port music and made Mega Man Star Force 1 soundtrack. And that after that it's just sound. That's a shame. This game has some music references to Zelda 2 as well. So it's got the whole like underused Zelda music thing just fully represented. And some Sengoku Basara. Now, I feel like there's a long history of people that, and like people and companies that Nintendo just kind of chooses to neglect, and then they just kind of vanish from the industry. Like, you know, Alpha Dream. Man, there's a lot of bats. I get that these are caves, but this is a lot of bats. Hey, there we go. We're in this. Alpha Dream is so sad. Yeah. Nintendo literally just killed them so that they can pretend that the 3DS is going to continue to exist during the Switch. It was just there to squeak out a few extra dollars from people who didn't know better. Yeah, now there's just no more Mario RPGs. They're all just gone. It's very tragic. Well, yeah, no. The reason why they stated that Paper Mario wasn't going to be an RPG anymore is because they had Mario and Luigi already. You don't need 2 Mario RPGs. And now they have none. So Miyamoto got his dream. This guy. Now, normally, yeah, this guy, you get the mirror shield from him by feeding him your regular shield, and it comes back out as the mirror shield. But I don't know what you can do with him this time. Alright, so now we're at the next stopping point of this stream because I need 5 kinstone pieces. I have 3, but you need a lot to get these windmills blowing. Yeah, no, it was just flat out a lie. Nintendo just pretended that the 3DS was going to get supported. Because that way that people who don't know any better will buy a 3DS thinking it's still going to be relevant. And then it'll die. And they'll take down the eShop and it'll just be a nightmare. Alright, navigating this place out of order is going to be a nightmare. I might be able to do it more or less in order, actually, because I don't think I'm supposed to have the Rock's Cape yet, so that might mess things up. But at least I'm pretty much covered on items. What am I missing? What goes here? Oh well. Who wants to play old games anyway? It's so true. Nobody likes old games because they look ugly. Okay, I need those other 2 kinstones fast. Although I'm gonna have to start memorizing where each of them are. Oh yeah, this is like the iconic Minish Cap song, by the way. This is the one everyone uses. It's a shame, there's other good songs in there, but this is the one that gets the remixes and gets the attention and all that. Yeah, no, Jim Ryan doesn't seem like they know what they're talking about. I can agree with that assessment for sure. These things are annoying to fight because they're just invincible until they choose to jump out. There we go, 2 for 1. Wow, another heart container. Okay. It's not progress, but it can't stop feeling good seeing a full heart container somewhere. It's sad how just kind of awful all the big console makers kind of are right now. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It is kind of Tway Sharks, isn't it? Like, everyone's got some pretty big problems right now. Microsoft's just kind of not doing anything and, like, consolidating their Game Pass stuff. And then, like, Sony is becoming crazy Sony again because they got a slight taste of success. And now they think they can do whatever they want. They're raising the prices of games. They're making dumbass comments about old games. They're doing their weird bad Game Pass thing that makes you stream your PlayStation 3 games. It's just, and of course, then just Nintendo is doing everything Nintendo does. Like, people like to pretend that it's been different in the past, but no, Nintendo has always been doing this terrible stuff. But they have gotten very, very on the nose about some of it. They've gotten to the point where they don't even do stuff like Nintendo Selects anymore. You don't get $20 Nintendo games anymore. You get full price, and if they don't sell well, then they would much rather that game just cease to exist rather than people actually being able to access it. Like, you know, their response when they announced their whole Nintendo Switch expansion pass thing was, how do we play old games now that you're taking down the eShop? And so we offer select Nintendo 64 games through our $60 annual pass thing. Because that's totally a good replacement for all other retro games. You can now play Ocarina of Time with recently fixed emulation. Oh, it's such a nightmare. Well, see, Marvin, that's the thing is that new people aren't born. There is only the current existing number of people, and then that's it. So people who are born before they could buy, for example, 3DS games, they just weren't trying hard enough. If they really wanted to play those games, they would have just bought them, like a good consumer. Because that's how it works. Well, yeah, they're drip feeding hard, but they're also, it's just, their system that they have now is a hard sell for anyone who's not Nintendo. Because why would Capcom put their Mega Man games on the Nintendo Switch Online service when they could just sell them and actually make like a flat amount of money directly off of the sales? Like, that's the problem. Alright, we're sequence breaking, folks. Not supposed to be here yet. Might have just ruined everything, but I gotta find those treasure chests. Those gold kinstones. One N64 game per month. That is still a massive step up from the, like, 0.7 new worthwhile NES and SNES games per year. Like, it's not looking great out there. Like playing old games, you gotta use those legal means that all these companies support. I'm starting to get a bit lost. Like, there do be chests all over the place, but if I miss some, then setting up those windmills might be a problem. Well, what's the point? The point is that this system lets Nintendo pretend their stuff is more valuable than it is. That way they don't have to deal with the precedent of offering affordable games. Like, corporations really have no reason not to try and force to manufacture consent for the idea that no one wants to play old games. Because as far as companies are concerned, old games are just competition for their new games. Like, you've seen how Nintendo treats Smash Bros. They don't want people playing older Smash Bros games or emulated Smash Bros games or anything like that, because then they're not playing Smash Ultimate. And that's not good. Why would... That's a lost sale. Smash Bros Ultimate, like, if people play Smash Bros Melee instead, that's just losing a full-on, like, who knows how much money? Billions of dollars? Trillions? Quintillion dollars have been lost to people playing Super Smash Bros Melee during COVID with modded online? Man, no dice on these kinstones, huh? At least it's portable, though. Oh, weird. What's that? Tiny little hole, huh? And the thing is that, as much as Nintendo hates it when people buy their games, they really want you to be nostalgic for all of them, though. And still, when they say, "Oh man, guys, check out this Mother 3 thing. Woo, you love Mother 3, right? United States fans?" Like, you know, you love all these old games you can't play, right? They're great, right? You all know how to play them from all the ways we offered you the ability to give them a go. The Melee fiasco, as far as I'm concerned, like, people called him unreasonable for this. Pat Boivin from Castle Super Beast and Pat Stares At, formerly Super Best Friends, he said that Nintendo shutting down the online tournaments during COVID and making people have to go to IRL venues to play makes them a pro-COVID company, and people are like, "Oh, you're so unreasonable, Pat." But no, as far as I'm concerned, that is explicitly pro-COVID behavior. Nope, it's the second time I've come down here. These cloud tops do be looking the same. I'm surprised that Miyamoto admires Disney considering they make stories. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Wait, I'll go back for a second. Yeah, Mario 3D All-Stars and Fire Emblem and all that stuff. That was just... Again, it's such a, like, disastrously terrible company. Like, Nintendo is so lucky. I've said this multiple times. They're so lucky that they have some of the best talent in the industry. Because as a company, they are just a disaster. Easily marketable, inoffensive stories? Yes, but stories with plot points and characters. Yeah, I imagine that more than anything, they do like how they have control over every single aspect of all of their IPs, and then they hoard them all and all that. It is very Nintendo in that way. Nintendo also, they definitely love the idea of the Disney Vault. If Nintendo could, they would release their game for a week, and that would be the end of it. Persona 5 would never be on Switch because Nintendo knows they'd be targets? What? What does that mean? Oh, what the heck? Huh, okay. Can't go that way, apparently. Surprised Similarities has yet to give any of their properties the Star Fox treatment. What, you mean cannibalize it into something else because of one of the creators really wanting it to be just really being in love with this bad idea? I think that is a fairly uniquely Nintendo thing to do. Nintendo loves the idea of just treating their any franchise that isn't Zelda or like Mario, I guess, as just a husk they can fill with whatever they want. They can make their Chibi Robo Ziplash or whatever and just completely cannibalize the actual appeal of the franchise because they don't view them as franchises with appeal. They view them as things to be filled with their ideas. Unless it's Zelda, then Zelda can be whatever it wants. Ugh, really hoping that the other two gold kinstones are in some obscure chest I haven't gotten to. Gonna make animated remakes of the live action remakes? You mean in Kingdom Hearts 4, I assume. I may have cleared this place out of chests, which could be a problem. Yeah, I didn't even bother seeing the Lion King or like the Aladdin remake or anything like that. Some of the remakes are so, like, off the radar that I didn't even know they existed until someone mentioned them. Hope KH4 doesn't have a world like Frozen again. I mean, there's really nothing stopping it from happening. Very, very much nothing. Like, if Disney chooses, they can interfere in whatever way they please. Like, Kingdom Hearts is lucky to be relatively off the radar, but Disney could murder it whenever they feel like. Even if not necessarily explicitly destroying it, like making it so it can't happen, but just, like, severely damaging it. I mean, the Lion King remake isn't even live action. They just wanted to make it look like real animals because, I don't know. You can't really understand the way that an executive's mind works. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. Okay, yeah, this is just one big circle. Oh, okay. So I guess I'm gonna have to head back into the overworld and find some more chests. Yeah, this isn't a dungeon, so there's no map. Well, I guess there's this. But no, like, useful map. Lion King remake cuts out a scene where they explain the theme of the movie for a one-dimensional evil female hyena. Yeah, I've got no frame of reference for this, honestly. I don't go out of my way to consume media I don't think I'm gonna enjoy. Life is very short, it turns out. It's just like Sonic always says, death comes for us all. I did get a lot of items in the stream before this one, so there's probably just some obvious stuff I'm missing. But man, finding 2 Kinstone pieces is gonna be rough. Yeah, my parents take the grandkids to all those kinds of movies because it's a name they recognize. Like anytime that a movie comes out with an IP that they are familiar with, they just take the kids to it just immediately because it's something they know. It's actually like kind of devastating how little people pay attention to the media that they let their kids consume. People will be super judgmental for stuff they're not familiar with, but they'll just assume anything they watched as a kid is child appropriate. Or not even as a kid, but just in the past, at a time when they were younger than they are now. Okay, if I were something that could be opened with a bow and arrow, what would I be? I had the Cane Apache for a long time. Still Don't know how to get over there, but I don't think it matters, maybe? Hopefully. Your perception of Minish Cap is forever ruined because the cow doesn't follow you throughout the whole game. Oh, I had the Rock's Cape. Oh! I can jump! Well, I'll check here for now, but yeah, okay, I totally forgot. This is important. Jumping is important. I can do stuff with that. It's like this. Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in. See, I did say at the start of the stream, I believe, like the very first Minish Cap stream, if this becomes too much of a disaster, I will have to just end it. Like, I won't be able to fully stream it, but I'm hoping I can beat it. I only need one more element. Toy Story 2 is fine visually. Toy Story and Toy Story 2 were just bar none my favorite movies as a kid. I could recite Toy Story 2's script from memory. They're just unloading heart pieces on me now, it seems. This is a big area. There's a lot of stuff to be found here, I feel. I wonder what else there is in terms of jumping stuff I can do. Because yeah, jumping is a game changer. You can't really do that in Zelda. Hopefully the wallet upgrade is down here. So yeah, there is an area I can get to that needs the Ocarina of Winds. Yeah, okay. That's another cloud top. So I only need one more. Okay. Okay, we're in this, folks. Alright, there's nothing here, because it's just going to be, yeah, this. Can't do anything with this mode of the game. You replayed the Traveler's Tale Toy Story 2 game like last year? That's one of the games I have on my PS3, actually. Because I played that a lot as a kid. I'd rent it. But man, I could not get far. This is a gratifying area. It's just full of stuff. Shockingly competent, but jank. Yeah, I remember it being weird, honestly, with how like the power-ups always struck me as weird. How there's like a force field and stuff. And there's like a boss in the attic you can fight. Very strangely structured game. I'm so full from rupees, yum. Aw, man. No beanstalk. Okay, so I know at least one other place where jumping can help. I can jump into the bell in Hyrule Castle Town. What else do I need jumping for in this game? There's one stage with a grappling hook. I only ever got to like the second level, I think. Jumping. What can you jump? It's such a late ability, there really isn't that much. Oh, I don't have the power bracelet yet, do I? So the stuff for pushing hasn't been done either. So a wallet or the power bracelet would probably do me some good. Unless I already got it and I didn't notice. Where would it be hiding? Grip ring. Yeah, okay. Power bracelet should be here. But it's not. Second level of construction site. Yeah, I know that. And it was... I remember it being like very put off by the aesthetic of it. 'Cause it was very gritty and dark looking. I think I've already done this. Just to be sure. Oh! Nice! Good job, me. Lots of pieces of heart around here. Klonoa for the first time last year. I played the Wii Klonoa. I rented it and I played a bunch of it. And then yeah, just never touched it again. I also had the Game Boy Advance game actually. I really liked the boss theme in that, but I also just never really went any further than that with that one either. It's like a fine enough thing they got going with the like grab and throw. It's a good set of mechanics, very versatile. But it just never really stuck with me, honestly. Yeah, I think of it. Most of the jumping stuff is on cloud tops with those actual gaps. Yeah, okay. What else can I jump? I've been up here? Like, even after all this time, I still haven't gone into the library. I've gotten library books. I got a whole bunch of them, actually. But how do I actually... Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Never knew the bell did that? Yeah, it's a classic. I think it gives you a heart piece in the original game, too. Yeah, I don't know if this is just a place I can't access, or if there's just something I'm not doing. Platform with a JRPG plot? Yeah, I remember that much. I guess I could be spending on some Picolite, but not feeling Picolite. Okay, so I got one more gold kinstone out of all that. So there's just one more hiding around here somewhere. Klonoa had a Professor Layton in the Unwound Future kind of ending. That sure is a thing. I don't actually know how that game ends, but that's quite a sentence. Oh, maybe that Jabbernut will do me something. I doubt it. I don't think there's any, like, items you get from that, but I can always give it a go. And some very sad sax and piano. Damn. fire element up here. So wait, which dungeon didn't have an element? Was it the Wind Temple? Or Forest Temple, or whatever it's called? Forget. Forest Shrine? So this is where you get the Jabbernut. Don't lose anything. I guess these people can talk to me now, so that's good. But yeah, I don't know. Don't think they give you anything, but I gotta try it out, I guess. Nah, nothing. Nah, that's a shame. I feel like I am being pretty thorough, but I do have to find just one specific item, which is never easy. I guess I don't need one specific item. There's a couple items that could at least get me some more places opened up. I do just have one kinstone, right? Yeah, okay, so I still need one more. Somewhere out there. Like I said a second... Oh. Well, I don't need you. Like I said a second ago, I did get a whole bunch of items in, consecutively. So... it might just be a matter of there being something that I just didn't think to get. That could be all that's happening here. Like how I went to that swordsman guy, and then ended up getting something out of that. I wish there was a bit more documentation about this randomizer, because, like, yeah, I don't know what the point of these books are without being able to get in. Like, are they just there to fill space, or do they get me something? Life is so mysterious. Mount Cornell should be pretty cleaned out, I think. I wish they would show chests on this part of the map. It'd be very handy. I am noticing, yeah. Okay, there is information on the sides here, but it only seems to be dungeon items. Yeah. A little bit more info would have actually been... it would have helped me take things to the next level. The JP version of Unwound Future ends with vocals. It's tragic how that happens a lot. Like, I get that localizing music isn't easy, but do it anyways. Maybe there's some stuff in Vale Falls I missed. I don't feel like I explored it that thoroughly because that cave was kind of winding. For some reason, level 5 can never bring vocalized endings to Layton. Level 5 is like a dirt poor dev, aren't they? Isn't that a thing? Another weird facet of the Biggoron that gives you the mirror shields, it's actually a post-game thing. You can't get it no matter what until you've beaten Vati. Level 5 is a cryptid. That does seem to be the vibe. Generally, when people talk about level 5, they're being very mysterious. Wait, have I been down there? I might not have been. If I can even get there. That might just be something that you can't get until you can go through that door, which you can't in this version of the game. You could at least dig there, but I don't think... Yeah, I don't think you can get anything. Yeah, just money. Oh well. I'm moving almost bankruptcy for the past decade now. It does sound like they mismanage things pretty badly a lot of the time. Yeah, jumping down won't get me much. It's shocking they still exist at all, wow. RIP to them. Yokai Watch 4 is still not out, and they announced like 5 years ago? Whew. As far as I know, though, Yokai Watch just got obliterated by people comparing it to Pokemon. Like, you know, there's that whole thing of people will complain about Pokemon day in and day out, but the moment something is even kind of similar, they're out for blood. Still nothing here. There must be just like one more place I can go with the Rocks Cape or something. I'm pretty sure I've done everything I can with Patchy. Bow and arrow is a weird one, because it's mostly used for those Armos statues. I don't recall much of anything else in the overworld itself, because it's usually just little target switches. Yokai Watch 3's localization made you lose your mind? Oof. Sounds like level 5 could be doing better by the sounds of things. Ah, damn. Man, I didn't know level 5 was in this bad shape. Maybe they should just die. As a company. Might be for the best. I feel like I just jump down there. That would be nice. Something nice and easy to just go and do. Oh no, my money! My precious, precious rupees. Well, so much for that. Why would a game like Yokai even be set in America? I mean, technically, aren't yokai supposed to be everywhere? Like, it shouldn't just be... Like, that would really be rough if yokai are only real in one region. Like, man. There may be a four-sword door around somewhere, too, that I'm forgetting about. Before I even attempt this again, I may have to do some research on my own. They 4 kids of their own games? Wow. What a bizarre thing to inflict on yourself. Well, I mean, all things considered, this wasn't terrible progress for 2 hours after our disaster stream. And even with all that thing where I just didn't notice I already had the big key. But yeah, anyways, it is about time for me to go. I'm hopefully going to find a way to make LEGO Star Wars work. I'm really disappointed it didn't happen this time, but I am determined and I will make technology bend to my will. So see you next time.